Hi everyone, this is Johnnyonoes and I'm playing Exanima, and in this Let's Learn episode I'm going to be going over Lesson 13, which is all about gear and each of the different ranks. So to look at the attributes of a piece of gear, you just left click, and if you left click again, you'll pin this window, which allows you to compare and contrast different weapons. Each weapon has a particular set of damage associated with it. So if a weapon has a bladed piece of it, you're going to see slash. If it's not, it's going to be mostly impact, balance, and crush. Now, impact is the amount of momentum you can hit with this particular weapon. The crushing damage is how much crushing damage you do, and this is basically really useful against plate armor or some of the metal related armor. So you can see if I let me put a breastplate. Let's do, here we go, exceptional plate armor. And then let's take a vest. So as you can see, the crush damage on this armor is a lot less than, say, slashing. So if you were to use a bladed weapon against this exceptional plate armor, you're not going to be doing anywhere near as much damage as you would be if you were using a crushing weapon. So if let's look at the two-handed sword here. Let's overlay the bill here. So the two-handed sword is one of my favorite weapons, but the fact that there's absolutely no crushing damage on it means that I'm doing very little damage to this exceptional plate armor. But if I were to use a pole hammer, then now you're talking about doing a considerable amount of damage against some plate armor. But two-handed sword is very good against a reinforced leather vest. So if the person is using leather armor, a bladed weapon is a great way to go. If they're using metal type armor, let's look at a lower tier. Yeah, I mean look how much slash defense there is on this weapon or on this breastplate. So if you're going against someone with metal armor, you're going to want to have something that's doing a lot of crushing damage. There's also thrust damage associated with it as well. If the weapon has a point, it's going to add some more damage to your thrust. So if I thrust with this pole hammer, I'm going to probably just be doing the crushing damage that I would normally be doing. But if I was using a two-handed sword, it'd be associating my slash plus my thrust damage. So it's really nice and useful to figure out which weapon you should be using for your particular opponent. There is a points associated with each of the weapons too. This is basically only for arena. It allows you to not go over the points for that particular rank. So if you're at max, you can't add any more add any more armor or weapons to this particular character. Each of the items has a rank associated with it, and this is only in arena, not in the campaign. You can just basically equip what you want in the campaign. But basically, what it means is that this particular item can be used in novice and above. And there are you have adept, you have aspirant, you have novice, adept, expert, and master. Those are the three. Those are all the tiers that are associated with the arena. All right, so those are all the items. Let's go over on how and how to equip weapons and armor, and how to know what you can equip on what. So gear is very comprehensive in this game, almost to the point where it's extremely complicated. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about each rank and the armor associated with each rank. Now, normally there are about 4 different layers that you can attach to the chest area. On this particular character, he's wearing a thick waistcoat, he's wearing a worn leather tunic, as well as a cloth shirt, and all of these defensive stats will stack if hit directly in the middle. If I'm hit on the side or the arm, it's only going to be equating the shirt that I'm wearing. So you can also see coverage here too. You'll see that the cloth shirt has a lot more coverage than the other two pieces. I mean, really, just the reason why I love this game is because if it's what you see is what you get. So if you're looking at your character, you're going, oh man, if I'm hitting the arm, he's gonna take a lot of damage because there's only a shirt there, and all the stats behind the scenes kind of add on top of that. and to kind of justify that. So these are the three pieces of armor he's wearing on his chest. There is no fourth tier at the inept level. I think that comes when you get chainmail. So we're going to go ahead and play Paper Doll here and remove all these items. So first you wear the shirt, then you can wear the tunic, then you have yourself the coat. So the way I like to think of it is inner, mid, and armor. So the armor is basically the one that's on the outside. Mid is between the shirt and the armor. And then the inner is obviously kind of the underwear version of the armor that you're wearing. If you're going to go to, let's say, I think it's adept level, you have chainmail as well that's added. So that means there's 4 layers of armor there. But we're going to go through each rank. So for footwear, you have yourself boots or shoes. You have shoes somewhere in here. I think I might have gotten rid of them. Let me see, where is it? There they are. So you can either shoes or boots. Always compare and contrast to check to see what's the better option. Obviously, the tough leather boots are inept level because there's no rank here. And it obviously is a lot more coverage as well as better stats in terms of defense. Even though you may not be able to see the belt when you have the tunic on, or when you have the armor on, the belt is still there. So one of the best ways to figure out what you're wearing is just slowly strip your character and see if everything is still equipped. There is no like grid here that says exactly what is equipped on your character. Alright, so it doesn't have any headwear, but for the aspirant level weapons, I normally go with the metal bar. Alright, let's go ahead and go over to the aspirant level. For the aspirant level, it includes 3 additional pieces of armor. The first one being the very first piece of headwear that you can wear, which is a leather cap. Then you have the heavy waistcoat, which replaces the old regular waistcoat. So you can see that this one is listed as aspirant. There's also like a regular coat for both, but I go with the waistcoat because of the additional defense that it provides. The gabardine also replaces the cloth shirt. So the cloth shirt is gone now. I can take this off and he'll be bare bones there. So the gabardine replaces the cloth shirt. The waistcoat replaces the waistcoat. So you're wearing a gabardine, a tunic, as well as this heavy waistcoat here. All the other pieces are pretty much the same, as well as the bill, which is what I like to use in the aspirant rank. Let's move on to the novice rank. The novice level gear introduces 8 new pieces of armor for your characters. The first one is the first kind of leg armor, which are leather greaves. This one replaces the boots and introduces the leather shoes again. So because you rather not go barefooted, you're going to want to put on the leather shoes again. So don't get rid of the leather shoes. You're going to need it for the next couple of ranks here. So the leather shoes go with the superior leather greaves, which then protects the leg or the lower leg and feet area of your character. And it replaces the leather boots that you were wearing earlier. The next set of armor that you get are exceptional cloth leggings or cloth leggings. This will replace your leather trousers or cloth trousers that you were wearing in the inept level for your character. Adds a tremendous amount of defense for your leg region of your character. The superior gabardine replaces the old gabardine. I don't know why I keep adding an N to it. It's gabardine. So as you can see, the stats are much better. And it will then protect the arm region as well as contribute to the chest region. The reinforced leather vambraces, or the bracers here, will add some additional protection to your arm region. Same with the leather spalders. You also get your first set of gloves in this rank. Don't provide much, but it's better than nothing. And then the arming cap replaces the leather cap that you started with in the aspirant ranks. For the armor tier, you're now replacing the waistcoat. Where's that heavy waistcoat? Well, you're replacing the waistcoat with a leather vest. So he's looking a lot more armored than he did in the aspirant level, where it looked like he was just wearing a coat. He was wearing a coat. All right, so that is the novice rank. Let's move on to the next rank, which is the adept rank. The adept rank introduces 6 additional pieces of armor. The exceptional plate helmet is just like the first helmet that you get, replaces the arming cap. The lamellar greaves replaces the leather greaves. Can't seem to find them in here. There they are. Your chain shirt is an additional layer now added to your chest region. So now he's wearing the superior gambeson. He's wearing the chain shirt. He's also wearing the leather tunic, as well as continuing to wear the leather vest. That's all going into the chest area. You now have chain leggings that have replaced the exceptional cloth leggings. Let's see if I can find them. Here they are. So the chain is really nice. Then you have your exceptional chain gauntlets that replace the leather gauntlets. Look at the difference in those. Slash damage is reduced by a considerable amount. And you also have the lamellar bracers, or the vambraces, that have replaced the leather vambraces. There we go. And that is the adept rank. Let's move on to the expert rank, where things start to get shiny. In the expert rank, you have 7 new pieces of armor that are introduced. You have the plate quarters, which is basically kind of like an elbow guard, which is brand new. There's no elbow guard in the earlier ranks. You have the cuisses, which replaces the leg guards. Can't find them. I'm not gonna keep looking for those. Then you have the plate vambraces, which replaces the lamellar vambraces. You have the plate spalders, which finally replace the leather spalders that you picked up in the novice rank. Then you have the nice shiny cuirass, which replaces your leather vest. You also have an additional item added, which is the coif. And your plate helm is replaced with another more retrospective, with more coverage helm. So you can compare the two. Got like a little half circle of coverage with this helmet. Even though some of the stats may be better, coverage trumps everything. All right, that is the expert tier. Moving on to the master tier. In the master rank, there are 4 additional pieces of armor introduced. There are more pieces of armor, but I picked the ones that have the most coverage. So starting off, we have the plate leggings, which replace the boots and the cuisses, as well as any of the shin guards, what they call the greaves that were in there in the earlier rank. The plate gauntlets replace the chain gauntlets. The exceptional plate armor, or the plate armor, replaces a whole bunch of stuff. It replaces the elbow guards, it replaces the spalders, replaces the bracers, everything. The plate helmet is just another upgrade from the last plate helmet that has additional coverage as well as higher stats. And as before, you still have the layering in place. So be very careful to make sure that everything is layered properly. You can't layer the gauntlets, but make sure you have a coif. Make sure you have your leather tunic, as well as all the rest that are under here. Chainmail, the gambeson, all sorts of gear that will stack on top of each other. All right, There's my guy all naked. All right, folks. So this has been my video lesson on gear. Hopefully, it helps you understand basically this crazy inventory system, as well as how you're supposed to layer each of the items that you've picked up along the way throughout the different ranks. And in the next and final lesson, I'm going to go over how to kill the beast, or at least how to try to kill the beast. All right, folks, thanks so much for watching. This is Johnnyonoes, and I've been playing Exanima. If you have any questions at all, please go ahead and leave your questions in the comments section below. Catch you in the next episode.